Hey, parents, love that spring is finally here. We're finally getting some warmer weather. In this email, hopefully you notice the information above this spot for the email, the video link. Again, if you read in the email just above this link, it just tells you some things to be paying attention to, like the last youth group, our Lake Day and Wild Waves, and even some information on VBS. Again, these things right now are still just kind of save the dates, but starting next week, we'll probably be able to start having some of the links to get signed up and things like that. So with that said, last night we had our hot topic, and our hot topic was suicide. I know, really, really kind of a challenging and difficult subject. And in that, what we did is we had a panel of adults, of our leaders, and we each one of us talked about a time where we and the circumstances that dealt with our own times of suicidal thoughts or even suicide attempts. And then after that, then we talked about what brought us through that. And it was amazing, and just out of the group that shared, the five of us that shared, it was very different. Some were raised in the church, some were not. Some did it because of their own guilt, had these thoughts because of their own guilt in not serving Jesus good enough, or some because of their self-worth that they found. Others did it because of life circumstances that were going on and things of that nature. And so again, very, very differing places, but yet the hope that brought us through, some it was a friend, some was talking to somebody older than us. For some, it was just praying more and just and understanding Scripture better, that God does love us, He does care for us, that we are His children. For some, we talked about medication as well, seeking medical help and doctors and counselors, and so it was pretty broad, again, because most kids do think about this, whether it's deep despair, like Job. Job was going through so much that he just wished he could die. Did he have suicidal thoughts? It doesn't really say, but he just wished he could die. Even the Apostle Paul, he got to a place where it says it felt like we had gotten the sentence of death. Again, that just deep, deep despair. Did he have suicidal thoughts? We're not sure, but so there is a sense of just deep despair where you just don't want to go on anymore. And then there's the next level of actually thinking, I want to kill myself. And so there is a difference between those spots, but for most of our students, those lines are not real clear. And so most kids get to a place where they just don't know what to do, and they just are at wit's end. Or there are some that have even thought, gosh, I want to kill myself, and maybe even a few that have actually even made a plan. And so by having this discussion here at church, we want to make sure that our students understand anything can be talked about here. It doesn't matter what crud you're going through. It doesn't matter what's happened to you. It's a place that you can come and confess, or come and just seek God's grace and His mercy and His love. And so, again, all the kids handled it very maturely and things of that nature. We did try to handle it with a lot of care as well, because again, it's a tough subject, and so the things that we do have to recognize about suicide is, yes, it is a sin. In a sense, it's murder, it's self-murder, and so if murder is a sin, then yes, suicide is a sin. But when we look through Scripture, we do believe that there's some beliefs out there that it is an unforgivable sin. We don't necessarily see that in Scripture, and it's not the greatest of sins, and so therefore, if we all sin and fall short of the glory of God, but again, it's because of Jesus, it's because of His forgiveness that of all sins, that there's hope and there's grace. But even in this, that again, recognizing that through the tough times and through some of the things that cause us great deep despair, that as again the Apostle Paul recognizes, we had to go through those so that we could learn to rely on God and not ourselves. We see that in 1 Corinthians, and those are powerful pieces. That there are kids that are going through some tough things and tough life situations or family situations or things that are going on at school, and just recognizing that hopefully what they're learning is it's not, oh, what I need to do, what do I have to take care of, what should I do, but really that it's God that can take care of us. It's God that can sustain us, and it is God that can pull us through these dark times. And so, again, the kids did awesome. This series of Hot Topics have been really good, really challenging, but I think the kids have really responded well to it. And so below here are some questions just to continue the conversation. We did not break into small groups last night, and so a lot of the questions are just kind of some of the things that we were going to discuss in small group that maybe you can do around dinner table or around some froyo or something like that, since the weather's getting better. All right. So God bless. Again, I know I say this every week, but I absolutely mean it. I love serving you kids, and I love serving you guys. So God bless, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.